Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can a man walk on hot coals and his feet not be scorched? So is the one who departs from the law of God. So is the one who touches and builds a relationship with sin. And that's what I want you to see. The deadly nature of this matter with the adulteress can be applied to everything with regard to sin. Now, let's look at the certainty of judgment. If a man brings fire into his bosom, his clothes will be burned. It is an absolute certainty. Can a man walk on hot coals and his feet not be scorched? No. You say, well, I've seen people do that. There's a trick to that. But to really walk across hot coals that are not covered in ash, no one can do that. You might say, hey, you're saying that sin always has its consequences. I've gotten away with a lot of sin. There's a payday someday. That's what an old preacher said. There's a payday someday. You play around with it long enough, and it's going to get you. Verse 32, you will destroy your life, literally your own soul, possibly for eternity. You say, no, I can do this and then I can repent, or I can do this and I can fix the problem. No, you can't. With an attitude like that, if you do not fear sin, once you give yourself over to sin, you will keep giving yourself to sin. And it not only has temporal consequences, that means it creates great problems in this life, but what you need to understand is it can have eternal consequences. Eternal consequences. Verse 33, you will suffer physically. Literally, you will be beaten. There have been many testimonies of many men who have said that a physical beating was far easier to take than the anguish and the mental torture of their soul for having sinned, for having committed a great atrocity. It says in verse 33, your disgrace and reproach will never be blotted out. It will follow you for the rest of your life. Listen, no matter what you've done, Christ can intervene. Christ can save you. Christ can take you home to glory. But you need to understand, on this earth, there can be consequences to sin that are irreparable, that will in some way affect your life for the rest of your life. You need to contemplate that. You need to think about that. Again, most people sin not because they don't know it's wrong. They don't understand how dangerous it is.